Welcome back, everybody. Matt the Bat here. Hope you're having a good week. Or you had a good week. This is Sunday, so a new week has already begun. So I saw the new David Leitch movie, Bullet Train. Is the one starring Brad Pitt, Aaron Taylor Johnson, Brian Tyree Henry, Joey King, that Japanese guy that's in all the samurai movies from The Last Samurai, the Wolverine, he was in Mortal Kombat last year. Anyway, so, and, Zazie Meets, this has been directed by David Leitch. David Leitch was one of the co-directors on the first John Wick. After that, he went on to do Deadpool 2 and Hobbs Shaw. And now he has this new film, Bullet Train. And they just announced he's working on a new one with Ryan Gosling, another action movie. This guy is known for action. I mean, that's his background. Even before this, he was working on the original Matrix movies. I'm pretty sure he was one of the stuntmen on the first 3 Matrix films. So, his background is action. So, what did I think about Bullet Train? I think A is an original movie. We don't get those these days. Everything's about franchise, blockbuster, sequel, remake, blah, blah, blah. And so it's nice to see an original movie. We see Brad Pitt does a good job. I like Brad Pitt in this role because he's not the tough guy. He's not the, he's more, he actually reminded me of Tom Cruise in Edge of Tomorrow. A very different role. Not the cocky guy, not the tough guy. Kind of how do I say this? With being, kind of an average, normal, wimp, if you will. He doesn't like guns. He doesn't want to use violence when he has to. Kind of like one of the, and Pitt does a good job. It's something different that we really haven't seen from Brad Pitt in maybe a very long time. Next is Aaron Taylor Johnson. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry. And they play brothers. Tangerine and I think it was Clementine. Aaron Taylor Johnson is excellent in this movie. Like I said, ever since the first Kick-Ass movie, 12 years ago already, I can't believe it's been 12 years, this guy keeps getting better and better and better. From Kick-Ass to, Age of Ultron to, Nocturnal Animals. He was also in, what was it called? Savages. To Tenet. And we know he's coming out with Craven the Hunter next year. And then Aaron Taylor Johnson keeps bringing it as an actor. He really is the biggest highlight of this movie. His relationship with his brother, played by Brian Tyree Henry, who is also very good in this movie. It's great. They're back and forth. And like the Brian Tyree Henry does a great job too in the role. With the action and style, very stylized action. Also, David Leitch also directed Atomic Blonde, the Charlize Theron movie. So, like I said, the action in this movie is great. If you see any of the other movies that David Leitch directed, from like I said, the first John Wick, Deadpool 2, Hobbs Shaw, Atomic Blonde, the action. And in this one, it's more like Atomic Blonde. It's more stylized, the cinematography, the coloring, the color palette. And it's awesome. Cameos. I will not spoil the cameos in this review. But let me tell you, there is a lot of them. A lot of cameos. They only spoiled one in the trailer, and that was Sandra Bullock. But there are a lot more cameos in this movie that I was surprised to see. In fact, there's one actor in this movie that really got a cameo. Yeah, he does have several scenes in the movie. But it took me a while to figure out the actor because, hey, I haven't seen him in anything in a while. And then he looked so different in this movie that finally, 10 minutes of him being on screen, I was like, oh, I know who that is. I was like, wow, he's changed. He's gotten a lot bigger, like buff, muscular. And I'm like, wow, he, maybe he'll be in the Fantastic Four movie. Who knows? A lot of cameos. So if you haven't seen the movie yet and you don't want to be spoiled, try and not do research on this movie, because I'm sure out there is all the cameos that are in the movie, and there are a lot of them. Humor in this movie is a lot of fun. It's funny. I like that Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brian Tyree Henry have a good back and forth. Aaron Taylor Johnson and Brad Pitt going back and forth. There's also some other humor in the movie. One cameo in particular is hilarious. It's a funny film, it's action-packed. A lot of surprise cameos. So overall, a fun movie. Pacing. One thing this movie does is, like, for every character, it then jumps back like a flashback and this, like, gives you like a rundown of who this character is and how it leads up to where we are in the film. At the beginning, that was fine. But as the movie went along, it became like, okay, we don't need and this is one minor spoiler, I will tell you. We get near the end of the movie, and we see this character pick up a water bottle and start drinking it. They actually go back and show the history of this water bottle from where it started to where we are now in the movie. And I was like, you spent over a minute and a half or 2 minutes on the timeline of this water bottle? A water bottle. That was the first time in the movie it finally showed up. Near the end of the movie. I was like, no, this is overkill. One thing to do with characters that we're following and how they all connect together and how they come into the story and why they're in the story. When a goddamn water bottle, I feel like Tom Hanks in Castaway. I'm talking to a damn volleyball. A goddamn volleyball. I'm watching the history of a water bottle. A Dasani water bottle. I should have made a movie on a water bottle. Maybe I would be in Hollywood by now. I should have. Why did I make that football movie with a kid in the hospital for my senior film? Should have made it on a goddamn water bottle. Great success. And that adds to the pacing of the movie. For over a 2-hour movie, this movie probably would have been perfect at like an hour 50, hour 45, tops. But when you keep having backstory after backstory on everything, down to a goddamn water bottle, you go, you could have easily cut that, you know. You could have easily cut that, or combine it into one sequence. One scene, tying everyone together, and done. But yeah, other than that, I would give this movie a 4 out of 5. It's an original movie, it's fun, it's action-packed, some great cameos, some great action, something different that we don't normally see every day. I think David Leitch, like I said, continues to be a good action director. John Wick, Atomic Blonde, Deadpool 2, Hobbs Shaw, and the next movie he's working with is Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. So, you can't go wrong there. Anyway, Matt the Matt here. Let me know if you saw Bullet Train. What do you think? I thought it was a pretty good movie for this summer. Something new, something different, something original. Well, let me know. What do you think about this movie? Let me know in the comments below. Matt the Matt here. Comment, subscribe, like the channel. Tell your friends to like the channel. And you like movies, this is where you need to be. You know, come with me if you want to hear about movies. Why not?